Hey, what's going on, Scorpios? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your October read. Just from now to the end of October. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. Actually, comment what your favorite time of year is. Let me know and why. My favorite is December, because I'm born in December. Christmas in December. In Canada, we usually have a good bit of snow by then, and I love the snow. But October is my second favorite. I love the leaves changing. It's such a beautiful, beautiful sight. It's still a little bit warm. We got Halloween. I'm a big fan of Halloween. I'm ready to go already. But yeah, let me know. And I know a lot of you will enjoy probably October because it's your birthday for some of you. But with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Scorpios for October 2023? What message do we have for Scorpios? All right, Scorpios. So the first thing I see is I feel like a lot of physical energy. So I feel like there is someone new coming in, but I feel like it starts off in more of a physical connection. I feel like there was definitely a lot of physical chemistry with you and this person. And I feel like it might have went even further than that. But I feel like it was kind of, it is what it is kind of energy. It was what it was. It scratched that itch. But I feel like there was something more going on here. I feel like this is what we were looking for, or at least this is what we expected. That physical connection. But something else happened. It was intended to be physical. Or at least that's what it seemed to be. That was the exterior of this. It looked like something that was just going to be a physical thing. Now I feel like maybe there is some time between that first interaction and this next interaction, but there is going to be another interaction. Now this person, I feel like this person's been thinking about you a lot. I feel like it was a physical, like I said, there was this physical encounter. There was a lot of chemistry. They didn't expect it to be more. But this person has been finding themselves fantasizing about you, thinking about you, dreaming about you. And I feel like there is a little bit of out of balance with this person because I feel like they didn't expect there to be this type of connection here. They didn't expect to be still thinking about you. But here we are. And I feel like that's caused them a lot of imbalance with that temperance in reverse. They they have a feeling that they're going to regret this, or they already are regretting it. With that five of swords, I feel like this person, they didn't see what was right in front of them at the time, but slow and steady, I feel like they've been, like I said, they're starting to see the magnitude of this connection. This wasn't just a chance encounter. Yeah, it started in the physical, but every relationship starts in a different way. And I feel like with this person, they're now starting to wonder, what else did they miss? They see the possibilities here. They see possibilities they never saw in that moment, in that first encounter. They never saw the possibilities, but now they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it a lot. They're thinking they want to, they're thinking about nurturing this connection. They're thinking about coming back, because they can't really seem to let you go. They can't seem to stop thinking about you. And instead of ignoring those feelings, this person, like I said, they're going to nurture them. You brought a lot of things out of them that they didn't expect to have come out. And I feel like this person has a little bit of a fear of commitment, not because they're afraid of committing for the reasons that some may think. I feel like their fear of commitment comes from never really having those type of feelings, committing to somebody that they don't have those feelings for. But I feel like they're ready to face their fears with you because they're thinking about this a lot. They weren't expecting to be thinking about you still. And there's something definitely different about the connection that you have with this person. It wasn't just a physical thing. And I see a huge transformation in this person. I see this person, like I said, I feel like they're finally ready to take that next step, face those fears. And that's the thing with people that are afraid of commitment. A lot of times that fear of commitment is because deep down inside they know they don't want to commit to it. And that's not for everybody. It's not a one shoe fits all type energy. But for a lot of people, their fear of commitment is because they haven't found anybody that they're willing to commit to yet. They're afraid of committing too early. They're afraid of taking that leap. And that's what this person was like until they met you. And I feel like they are ready to take that leap. We have that Fool card at the beginning of that journey, the beginning of the tarot deck. It's the first card. They're ready to take that journey now. They weren't ready before because they never met anybody that was worth being ready for. Now, like I said, they obviously did misjudge this this connection. They thought it was just a physical thing. But then they find themselves thinking about you when you're not around. And I feel like wanting to, find some new stability here. Like I said, they want to come back in a big way. They want to come back and move forward with you. With that Chariot card. I don't feel like this person was always the most emotionally mature person, but I feel like one of the big changes with that Death card is I feel like they're finally ready to acknowledge how they feel. They're finally ready to confess to someone, and that person they want to confess to is you. They want to confess their feelings. This is not something that they're used to. This is very different for them. Like I said, I feel like they've always kind of been the ones to shy away from that commitment because they never found anything worth committing to. But with you, like I said, they can't seem to let it get you out of their head. They can't seem to let those thoughts go. And with those fantasies, they fantasize a future with you. They see a strong union. And they see being happy in it. Very happy. That emotional fulfillment, having their cups filled. Being with someone that they can depend on, someone that, not only can they depend on, but someone that they can trust. And they want to build that trust with you. We have that Knight of Pentacles. I don't see this going any other way for them. And I feel like that's why they're coming back and letting you know how they feel. That they do feel that there's more, that this is much deeper than either one of you realize. With that Lover's card. This connection was never meant to be just physical. There was something much deeper at play here. They're looking to make this more of a permanent thing. Letting go of their fears. We have the Devil card. Look at the artwork. This is the Runic Tarot. I actually love it. But yeah, the Devil card, letting go of all those fears of committing. All that doesn't even seem to play a role in this. They're not even thinking about that. Like I said, you're bringing something out of them that they never thought was even there. I feel like this person has kind of been just a casual person, never really looking for commitment, never really staying in one place too long. But with you, they see all those things. They want to stay in one place. They want to build a foundation. They see that power couple. They feel like they can bring so much to you, and they feel like you can bring a lot to them as well. You know what I mean? Like, both you working together to make something great here. And like I said, they're not looking with that King of Cups. The emotional maturity that this person has gone through. Actually seeing, like I said, with that Hierophant, that strong union, and then we got the Ten of Cups, that family card. They're actually looking forward to the future. I feel like this person always kind of played it day by day. And now they're thinking about the future. Now they're thinking about a future with you. Built on trust. Built on honesty and loyalty. Like I said, we have that Eight of Pentacles. This person wants to put in the work to make this work. They never wanted to invest before. They finally found something worth investing in. I see this person putting in a lot of work to make this what they know it can be. With that Ten of Wands. We have Ten of Pentacles, I guess. Getting everything that they wanted. Things they didn't even know they wanted. Like I said, putting in the work to get that. Showing up. Knowing that not every day is going to be a good day. But every day is going to be a step toward the future. And like I said, I feel like they're going to be very open. There's so many big changes going on for this person, and I feel like it started with you. They feel like they want to open up to you. They feel like they can open up to you. This is something that's new for them. And like I said with that Moon card, this person's ready to face those fears. That fear of making a commitment. Or at least trying to see where it goes. A lot of people that have that fear of commitment, they shut shit down right away. They don't even let it play itself out. But, like I said, putting a lot of work. There's the Ten of Wands. I'm still getting used to this deck. I see the little lines here. I'm thinking thinking of a wand for some reason, but I guess it makes sense as the Pentacles. But I know I see the Ten of Wands in this read, so there it is. Putting in a lot of work. Like I said, they know it's going to take work. They know it, to earn each other's trust, but they're willing to do that. They want to do that because they believe that it's worth it. They believe that there's something definitely here that they, like I said, they never saw in the beginning, but they see it now. They misjudged this a little bit. But they believe that the world put you, we have the world. They believe that you came to them for a reason. And they didn't see the reason at first. Like I said, they misjudged it. But now they're seeing their mistakes. And now all they want to do is make it right. Now with this person, I do see you getting someone. I mean, this person's growing. So I feel like you're getting someone a little bit different than who you first met. It's going to feel a little different. Because I feel like you got the impression, that that's all they kind of wanted was that physical. But surprise, they want something more. It takes the right person to come in someone's life to change them. People say you can't change people. I feel like that quote is a little bit wrong. I see people change all the time. You can't change someone that doesn't want to change. I think that's the better quote. But there's people out there that didn't know they wanted to change until they met the right person. It's with this person we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo. We have some Capricorn, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I see it every day. Every day. I see people that were a certain way when I knew them when they were younger, and now they're different. You change when you're ready. And the more you try to change certain people, the more they resist that because they're not ready. This girl I went to school with, I'm definitely not going to give her name after this story. She was, how to put this delicately? She was friendly with a lot of guys. A lot of guys. And then she's kind of got the reputation for that. And, she had a different boyfriend every day. Seemed like anyway. And then as we got into later, grade 12, she started to have fewer boyfriends that lasted a little bit longer. But the story that went around about her is she liked to use guys for things, whatever she can get. She dated this one guy that had a car. He used to drive around everywhere, and she would cheat on him. Like he would drive her to other guys' houses, not knowing that's what she was going there for. So she had a really bad reputation, to say the least. And I was talking to her a couple years ago. She has a couple kids now, and she's married. And I remember it was funny because she had mentioned how that reputation really hurt her for a long time. Like she couldn't get a good guy because she had been so bad to all these guys. And then she met her boyfriend that ended up being her husband. She said, when I got with him, I didn't want to be that person anymore. I didn't want to lose him. And I hear that story so many times. I have a few guy friends that are like that in school too. They were just players. They play girls. They use them for sex or whatever. And, they just got that reputation, and it made it hard for them to meet certain, because where I'm from is a small town. So when you have that reputation, it's kind of hard to shake it. But I seen guys that were the biggest players. Now they're, in committed relationships. It takes the right person to come into your life to make you want to change. You can't change someone that doesn't want to change. But I mean, I've heard so many stories of things like that. Not only just that, but the girls that use guys, or guys that use girls, or players or, you know, it's cheaters. Like, you have so many horror stories about people, but that's not who they are anymore. You know, and it takes the right person to see you for who you are, to make it easier for you to see who you are. You know, I feel like the right person comes along and it changes you. You know, you don't want to be with anybody else. So you have to change. But, I mean, that's the thing, right? There's nothing wrong with being, you know, a little bit adventurous in life, even sexually. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. As long as you're not hurting anybody. You know, as long as they're on the same page, they know what you're doing. You know, I never liked cheating. I never liked using. I never liked that type of... I kind of stayed away from people like that. You know, guys that were players, you know, using girls for sex or whatever. I didn't keep in my circle. I was never that guy. Funny enough, I've been in like 4 relationships my whole life. I've dated lots of girls and I've had small 1-week relationships and a couple months relationships, but most of my life I've been in a long relationship with 3 women from junior high to now. So I spent most of my time in a committed relationship because I myself respect my body. I would never want to get, you know, I was always afraid of getting a girl I never wanted to be with pregnant. That was one of my biggest fears. You know, hook up with one night stand one night and then have a kid. I hear so many stories about that stuff, and it always terrified me. That and, you know, STDs, and I was always afraid of that stuff. So I was very picky on who I was with. You know, if I heard, I mean, I don't judge. I've gotten better at that. Now I don't judge people, but back then it was kind of hard. When you hear a lot of stories with the same person, you kind of avoid them because, you know, not avoid them as a person, but avoid hooking up with them because there were so many rumors. But like I said, I was never perfect, but I try to keep, what do they call it, the body count. I try to keep my body count down. What a terrible, terrible thing. Somebody told me that the other day, body count. Anyway, I'm done going on. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.